ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doug Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, WB Green Insurance, Muskega Valley Health Centers, Park National Bank, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Hospital, The Pit Stop, The Corner Pharmacy, Bob's Pizza and Subs, Central Petroleum Company, and FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Barnesville High School, where tonight we are live streaming a girls basketball game between the homestanding Barnesville Shamrocks and the Monroe Central Seminoles. Barnesville with a record of 4-7, and they are hosting Monroe Central, who is at 5-2. And tonight, Jeff Stevens. These two teams did play earlier in the season. It wasn't a real pretty game, I guess you could say, but Barnesville's had some wins, but they've also had some pretty decisive losses also.
Well, probably one of the more amazing stats is, Mark, the fact we talked beforehand, the Barnesville girls have played 11 games, and I'm going to guess that's about as many as anybody has played, in the area. Monroe Central, with 7 games played, and everybody's schedule has been adjusted on a daily basis. But as you said, they played there back in December. Home boards.
Yes, and Barnesville, as you said, both teams have had some kids quarantined. I believe Monroe Central, one young lady quarantined tonight. Of course, the Barnesville boys, they've had some major problems with the COVID. They've had as many as 7 players out, and the game tomorrow night that was supposed to be home with Caldwell has been changed to Caldwell on Thursday. But Barnesville, as you said, they've had some players miss, but they haven't had to shut the whole program down like a lot of schools have.
And I think that's a big thing as far as play goes. Teams have been fortunate enough that they've not had to shut down for a lengthy period of time. They've still had individual players out because of quarantine. So to develop any kind of rhythm and consistency in play is very, very difficult, especially with your younger kids. Last week, Monroe Central, their most recent outing was at Buckeye Local last week. They played without 2 regulars that were out because of quarantine, and a third regular who was out with an injury that will be out for the remainder of the year. So it's just an ongoing thing, and I told coaches earlier that I've made some notes today of some schedule changes that I was aware of between Monroe Central and Barnesville boys, and by noon today, the changes had been changed.
Yes.
So
it's just nuts. And just when you see a schedule, just take it tentatively, and if you're going to go to a game or want to listen, check that day to see if it's actually still on or not. So Barnesville, as we mentioned, 4-7, a couple wins over Buckeye Trail, a win over Bridgeport, and a win over Buckeye Local, and then a loss to Monroe Central, a very decisive loss to Union Local the other night. But they've sort of been struggling. Monroe Central, as we mentioned, 2 losses, and they were to...
Yeah, their losses were to Shadyside and to Union Local, 2 very quality teams. We had a hard time finding out exactly the record. We believe Monroe Central's 5-2. That was a hotly debated subject over on the sidelines earlier on as people tried to remember what games were actually played and what ones were not played.
Yeah.
But at 5-2, the Seminoles, on paper would appear to have quite an advantage here tonight. But when they played here last year, of course, different personnel on that. Barnesville got off and had a lead, I think, early in the game till Monroe Central finally found their footing and then was able to roll. So we're getting ready here for the national anthem. We'll go over starting lineups here in a moment. And we're all early tonight because of a JV game. Monroe Central just brought 10 players tonight, so they only played 2 quarters of JV. Barnesville was a winner in the 2-quarter JV game by a score of 16-14.
All right, we'll have the national anthem at this time, so we'll stop talking and let you listen to that. All right, the national anthem performed here at Barnesville as they prepare for this girls' game hosting Monroe Central tonight. And I guess we can just tune in and watch as the players from each school are announced.
As they go through the announcements and here to begin with, the main player for Monroe Central wears number 1, Callista Friday. She's a junior. She's good for about 20 points, 5 assists and 5 steals, and about 5 rebounds on most nights. They also start Reagan Hamilton, a junior, Kenzie Bishop, a sophomore, Morgan Kendall, a senior, and Jillian Leonard, a senior. And off the bench tonight will be Hayley Hoyt, who's normally a starter but has been quarantined, I believe, and missed some time, so she will come off the bench tonight.
Okay, Barnesville starters there. We'll just announce them and you can watch them as they are announced. Blaine Carpenter, a sophomore, 5'6". Riley Stevens, a senior, 5'7". Kinsey Caplet is a senior at 5'9". Anna Yater, a junior at 6'2". And Hallie Markovich is a sophomore, and she is 6 feet. So a tall lineup for the Shamrocks.
Some nights the added height really is an advantage, but if you don't have the guard play, sometimes height doesn't really work as an advantage for you. So we'll see how things work out tonight, but Barnesville definitely has a height advantage on the boards.
But as you said, though, the guard play and the speed and the athleticism definitely favors Monroe Central.
Well, Coach Troy Baker of Monroe Central, I'm sure, will come out in some full court pressure and try to increase the tempo and make Barnesville run up and down the floor. I mentioned here, Coach Baker's been at this quite a while. His assistants, Doug Yoho and Trevor Friday, were Coach Jason Perkins of the Shamrocks, and his assistant is Ty Leach.
And Jason Perkins in his second year as the Barnesville coach.
Number 31, Kinsey Catholic. Number 33, Anna Yeager.
3 seniors on the Barnesville team. 2 of them will start. As we said, Riley Stevens, Kinsey Caplet. Courtney Leister, the other senior, does not start. She will be in the game.
And the officials tonight, Mark, also Wayne Ogilby and Bruce Myers and Joe Wagner, who worked the JV game, is going to work here. Ramsey Rahi was scheduled to work tonight, but hadn't showed up yet with this early start, so Joe Wagner is going to fill in as the third varsity official.
And Ramsey might not have been aware that the start time had been moved up, but usually you'd think he'd been here by now, so we'll see. Hopefully there's no auto problems or anything. So we'll get ready here. Anna Yater, the 6'2", will start as center for Barnesville. She'll tap it back to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine will get it to Markovich. Markovich will drive, put the shot up. She is fouled on that on the first shot attempt of the game.
I believe the foul on Monroe Central was on Jillian Leonard.
We're waiting for them there.
Yes, it is. Was on Jillian.
Markovich will put in the first free throw, and that's the first point of the game. Barnesville up 1-0. Game just starting. Second free throw also up and good. Well, remind everyone, if you know anybody wanting to watch the game, we're the only ones streaming it tonight on YouTube. YRP TV.
Seminoles down. Kinsey Bishop has the ball in the paint. Her turnaround shot is no good. Rebound to Kinsey Caplet.
Caplet will get it to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine will get it to the middle of the floor and has it knocked away there temporarily, but gets it over to Riley Stevens. And Riley will travel as she picked up the pivot foot. That'll be the first turnover of the game for the Shamrocks.
As you can see there, Monroe Central is going to go with a little pressure up top. And they will jump into a little bit of half-court, three-quarter court pressure, even on misses. Inbounding the ball there is Morgan Kendall, gives it to Callista Friday, and Seminoles are down. This is Kenzie Bishop and Reagan Hamilton on the right side. Back to Reagan Hamilton. Her three-point shot no good. And a second rebound held to Caplet.
Has a hard rebound. Caplet did a good job of holding on to it. That ball came down hard. And the pass is stolen by Friday. Second turnover now of the Shamrocks.
This is Kenzie Bishop down the floor. Her layup is good after the Friday steal. Kenzie Bishop with her first basket. Game tied at 2.
And Barnesville very nonchalant to start the game off here. They're going to have to pick it up, the intensity here a little bit. A couple lazy passes there. One stolen, one almost stolen by Friday. And this will be Markovich as she'll throw it out of bounds. Really no pressure there, unforced error.
Yeah, just token pressure by the Lady Seminoles.
Just rushed the pass too much.
You know, sometimes you try to get rid of the ball too quick. Inbounds there, Reagan Hamilton goes to the hoop. Her layup's not good. And Kenzie
Caplet, all 3 rebounds for Barnesville. This pass will be off to Blaine Carpenter. She's guarded there by Friday. And that ball will just bounce off over lane, go out of bounds.
Just lost out of bounds.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-2 game here. We played a minute and a half, and Barnesville has 4 turnovers.
4 turnovers already.
So Morgan Kendall will inbound the ball here to Callista Friday. He gives it back to Morgan Kendall. And nobody on there. Yeah, I see the strategy here. The shot is no good and rebounded by Barnesville.
That will be Anna Yater with the rebound. And this will be Caplet. And Caplet will put the shot up.
I see Barnesville's strategy here. They put 2 players on Callista Friday, so they're basically going to play 4-on-3. We'll see how the Seminoles adjust.
You can see out there, Friday guarded by Markovich. And that shot there blocked by Anna Yater at 6'2".
Definite advantage of the size is paying off for Barnesville here in the first couple of minutes.
And this pass will be to Markovich and will go right off her hands, and that's turnover number 5 for Barnesville.
Yeah, we're 2 minutes and 18 seconds into the game. Here's Hayley Hiles in from Monroe Central. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Hayley will have a 3-point shot up in a hurry because Barnesville's going to let her shoot. Quickly down the floor. Nice pass. Kendall inside to Kenzie Bishop. Bishop's second hoop ties the game at 4.
We see pressure now from Monroe Central. Markovich will get it into Riley Stevens, the senior. She turns, looks to Markovich. Markovich can handle the ball for as tall as she is, and she'll take it all the way, go ahead and have her shot blocked.
Callista Friday down on the right side. Gives it to Morgan Kendall. Pass inside to Reagan Hamilton.
It's going to be close to a 3-second call. And there'll be the 3-point shot you talked about. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Yater. And that'll be Blaine Carpenter. Should be fouled there by Friday as she was Friday trying to trap her across the line there and reached in. So Markovich will get it into fellow sophomore Blaine Carpenter.
That was the first foul on Callista Friday. Second foul on the team.
Carpenter dribbles. She's going to go all the way in for the layup. It's good. She got away there. Barnesville up 6-4.
Be interesting to see how Monroe Central adjusts now to this strategy. Morgan Kendall dribbles inside. Reagan Hamilton, uncontested shot, no good. Kenzie Bishop gets the rebound, puts it in. Kenzie Bishop has all 6 similar points, and we're tied at 6.
They're going to do that, but you got to box somebody out. And that'll be a reach from behind. And that will be on Morgan Kendall.
That's her first and the team's third. Seminoles putting on a lot of full court pressure.
So the pass will come into Riley, and again, Monroe Central reaching around. That'll be Hayley Hiles, and she'll draw the foul.
You know, in the first 4 minutes of the game, the Seminoles, if they just stay in their little token pressure, Barnesville's turned the ball over. Now they've committed backcourt fouls, which is really unnecessary.
So they do get the pass in cleanly this time, and this will be Riley Stevens. She'll pass it over to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine out to Caplet. This will be a pass to Riley Stevens. She'll put it up, no good, but Anna Yater with the rebound. Puts it back up, but misses it.
Here comes Hayley Hiles all the way down the floor. She'll take it case to case, miss the layup, and a rebound off to Anna Yater.
As we mentioned, Yater is 6'2", and she's a big body.
We're tied at 6, 3:41 left, period number 1.
This will be Hayley Markovich into Blaine Carpenter. Blaine will look. And she'll pass it over. Almost throws it away, but good catch there by Stevens. And Anna Yater there tried to pass it in too quick, was not really looked before she threw it, and it's turned over.
Yeah, steal by Halen Hiles there, and then she is fouled by Anna Yater.
Frustration foul there by Yater. Turnover number 6 now on Barnesville.
The Lady Shamrocks' first team foul, and 6 points and 6 turnovers thus far. We are tied at 6. 3.5 minutes left first period. Morgan Kendall down all the way. Nobody stops her. Inside Bishop misses the shot inside. Bishop gets the offensive rebound, goes up again and misses. And Barnesville secures the rebound.
Anna Yater with the rebound, gets it off to Riley Stevens. Riley to Blaine Carpenter. Into Caplett, and Caplett uses the backboard well and puts it in. Nice shot there by Kenzie Caplett.
Kenzie Caplett has 4 points, and Barnesville takes an 8-6 lead just inside 3 minutes. Morgan Kendall down, gives the ball now inside, and Reagan Hamilton's shot is no good. And the Seminoles need to have someone start hitting some shots. And a foul in the back court, and that'll be on Monroe Central, Reagan Hamilton.
Monroe Central only 3 for 13 from the field. And so far, it's working, Barnesville philosophy. They're just letting those girls shoot it inside.
Yeah, Coach Perkins' theory coming in is obviously not let Callista Friday have any clean looks and let the other kids shoot and see if anybody hits.
And so far, they're struggling with that. This pass will be to Anna Yater. Anna Yater puts it up and in.
And it's 10-6 Shamrocks now. 2.5 minutes left first quarter. And all the way down the floor, and nobody stopped her. That is Morgan Kendall with her first 2. Well, you can bet Monroe Central will make an adjustment and put a score in the ball handling position if Barnesville's going to let people shoot layups.
And so Blaine Carpenter will get it to Stevens. Stevens gets it into Markovich, but she'll be fouled. And I believe that'll be Friday, and that'll be her second foul.
You are correct.
As she held on to.
And that is now 16 fouls on Monroe Central, but it is Callista Friday's second foul. And Callista has not been able to attempt a shot yet. We'll see how Coach Baker chooses to play this here. You know, early foul trouble here by Callista.
This will be Riley Lucas will come in for Barnesville, a sophomore. And that will be Caplett. She'll put it up, but not able to hit it. And that'll be Riley Stevens and Friday battling for the ball there. And they're going to say it was off for Friday. Now check that.
Morgan Kendall.
Kendall, yes. So,
but we'll be Barnesville's ball.
And a quick pass into Caplett, and she has the shot blocked.
Kenzie Bishop with the block shot. Here comes the Seminoles now. We see Reagan Hamilton handling the ball. Here's Hiles on the wing. 3-point shot, front iron, no good. Offensive rebound to Bishop. Back to Hiles. She'll put the ball on the floor, going to the lane. Her shot bounces around, no good.
That'll be Riley Stevens with the rebound, and then she'll be tied up there by Kendall.
And that will be Monroe Central possession. 1:35 left, opening period, 10-8, Barnesville with the lead. Callista Friday will now inbound inside, gives it to Morgan Kendall. She'll shoot a 3 and shoot an air ball.
Lucas with the rebound. And right now they are giving her some trouble, but she'll get it off to Markovich. Markovich will dribble it up with the left hand and loses the ball, goes through the legs there of several players, and finally ends up with Barnesville. And this will be Blaine Carpenter shooting a 3. That's what they're going to say 2. Her foot was on the line. So Blaine Carpenter with her first points of the game.
And it's now 12-8 Barnesville. 1 minute left, opening period. Callista Friday gives the ball back to Morgan Kendall. This is Hiles on the left wing. There's 3-point shot, rims out, no good. And another rebound here for Markovich. And Barnesville with 50 seconds left in the opening period and a 4-point lead.
And Barnesville taking advantage of their height, getting these rebounds that Monroe Central's missing, only giving them one shot. And this will be a pass into Markovich. It's too high. And another turnover for Barnesville, number 7.
And there's Callista Friday down. She'll go all the way to the hoop and being fouled on her way to the basket. And that is on Blaine Carpenter, her first.
And I think they're going to say it was on the floor, so it will be Monroe Central basketball underneath their own hoop.
Just 2 team fouls on the Lady Shamrocks here thus far. 33 seconds left in the quarter. Friday to inbound, gives it to Morgan Kendall, who hesitates, now shoots it, no good. Gets her own rebound and gets it back out to Hamilton. Kenzie Bishop puts it on the floor, goes all the way in, goes up and scores. A good basket and a foul.
She'll go to the line, and this will be the first free throw attempt of the evening for Monroe Central.
Kenzie Bishop has 8 of the Seminoles' 10 points thus far. And this free throw is up and is good. 12-11, Barnesville, 22 seconds left in the quarter.
So the ball will come into Blaine Carpenter. She'll get it right back to Markovich. Markovich passes to Riley Stevens. Over to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine having a hard time getting it. And they're going to say she traveled as she fell down. Good call.
11 seconds left in the quarter. And Mark, I tell you, it's amazing. Barnesville with a 1-point lead despite having 8 turnovers.
Yes.
So Monroe Central will have the last shot here. Callista Friday and gives it back to Kendall. And she'll go all the way to the hoop, layup, no good.
Rebound there by, my gosh, you got to look who you're throwing it to, and Kinsey Kaplan gets the rebound, just throws it away, but Monroe Central not able to take advantage of it. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Barnesville with a 12-11 lead over Monroe Central.
That's a strange first quarter, Mark.
Yes, it was. While we got a moment here, we'll recognize our sponsors. Appreciate them doing this sponsoring tonight for our live stream. Again, anybody listening or watching, I should say, please let everyone know that this is live on your Radio Place TV on YouTube. Dome Ford, West 40 Auto, Southeast Med, WB Green Insurance, Muskingum Valley Health Center, Park National Bank, and also thank you to local sponsors, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Hospital, which is affiliated with WVU Medical, The Pit Stop, Corner Pharmacy, Bob's Pizza and Subs, Central Petroleum Company, and FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency. Thank you for those sponsors.
Just real quick here, Mark, Barnesville with a 12-11 lead. 4 points for Blaine Carpenter, 4 points for Kenzie Kaplan, and 2 points apiece for Anna Yater and Hallie Markovic. And for Monroe Central, Kenzie Bishop with 9 and Morgan Kendall with 2. And I do not believe that their leading scorer, Callista Friday, has been able to get a shot off yet, as she's been double-teamed. And basically, Coach Perkins is allowing his other 3 defenders to play 3 defenders against 4 offensive people for the Seminoles, and Monroe Central's not shooting it well.
No, Monroe Central is 5 of 20, only 25% from the field. Barnesville 6 of 9, so they're shooting 66%.
And turnovers have prevented them from getting a bigger lead.
And there's another one.
Stolen away by Friday. She's all the way down the floor. She'll give it up to Morgan Kendall. Her layup is around and good. Morgan Kendall with her second bucket, and Monroe Central, I believe, has taken their first lead of the night.
Yes.
And again, pressure up top.
And this will be down to Riley Stevens. Riley Stevens with the three-point shot. And it's good, and that's the first three-pointer tonight for either team.
And that is Riley Stevens' first bucket of the night, and puts Barnesville back on top. Morgan Kendall down, and she's not even being stopped. Gets the ball back in the corner. And she dribbles inside, leaves it for Kenzie Bishop, and Kenzie Bishop scores again. She has 11 points here in the early going, the only Seminole to having any success from the field.
Yeah, and Anna Yater there, not being very forceful on defense, sort of just let her have that. Blaine Carpenter will be stopped, and Coach Perkins will get a timeout there right before the foul or the turnover occurred, and there'll be a 30-second.
And if another second, if that would have been a foul, that would have been Monroe Central's Callista Friday's third foul of the first half. But with 6:53 left before halftime, we're tied at 15. kind of a unique strategy here that
Yes,
Coach
it
Jason
is.
Perkins is
Very
come up with,
interesting.
and it is working well. Is he's basically allowing the other 4 Seminoles to shoot, and he is not allowing the Seminoles' leading scorer to handle the ball. And it has worked for the first, 9 minutes of this game.
Yeah, triangle and 2. And
Basically, it's a triangle and 2 with the 2 on
Friday.
one play.
Right, yeah.
Usually, when you see a triangle and 2, you see defending against 2 other offensive players, but
It's unusual to see this, yes, but right now, give Coach Perkins credit, it seems to be doing pretty well.
and they're going to stay with it, I'm sure. And it looks like the Seminoles are going to be in a little 1-3-1 half-court trap here, and they got
Blaine Carpenter to step on the line there. Turnover number 10 now for Barnesville.
I'm sure Coach Perkins wasn't betting on this. Here comes Kendall all the way down. She'll go to the hoop and miss the layup, but draw a foul.
That'll be on Anna Yater.
And that is Yater's second foul. 4 on the team, and that will put Morgan Kendall at the line for 2 shots. Morgan has 2 points, has 4 points. 2 in the first and 2 in the second. She hits her first free throw. And Barnesville sub looks like Lily Ford checks in. And Barnesville will be a little bit smaller now as Yater goes to the bench. Second free throw by Morgan Kendall is good. She has 6 points. And Monroe Central regains the lead at 17-15.
Now that 1-3-1 trap, and that'll cause another turnover.
And Seminoles trying to go right back.
That shot by, didn't see who that was, I
It was
believe.
by Ford, who just come into the game.
Yes, okay, my bad, and that was a miss, of course, an air ball. And this will be Blaine Carpenter with the long shot, and it's no good, but Lily Ford will battle for that, and it will go out of bounds on Monroe Central. They're going to say that was off of Kendall, so Barnesville will get the ball on the side.
I think it almost looked like maybe like Lily Ford's able to hit the ball back off of Kendall. There's a steal by Callista Friday, and she will have her first points of the game.
My gosh, these players from Barnesville just have to look who they're passing to.
Unbelievable the number of turnovers.
Yes, that's a dozen turnovers now for Barnesville.
And they just got away with one
Yes,
right
they
there.
did. And this will be Kinsey Caplett as they beat the press that time. And Caplett will get the layup.
19-17 now Monroe Central. And there's a turnover on the Seminoles as Morgan Kendall went to throw a pass and she just couldn't get the feet to stop.
Yeah. That's 3 turnovers now on Monroe Central. So the ball will come into Carpenter. She'll get it back to Caplett, over to Riley Stevens. Looks inside to Markovich. Markovich will shoot, and she'll have her shot blocked.
Kinsey Bishop with the block shot, and she'll come down, give it to Friday on the side. Back to Kendall. This is Hiles on the left wing. 3-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound to Kinsey Bishop. This may be a career day for the sophomore Kinsey Bishop. And near steal by Morgan Kendall. And you said this a few moments ago, Mark. Lady Shamrocks are very sloppy and careless with their passes.
Oh, my gosh. And right there, you just saw Bishop get that rebound, put it back in over a player 5 inches taller.
And she has several offensive rebounds.
So Riley Stevens will get it. She'll get it down to Caplett. Caplett will get it into Markovich on the give and go, and she'll put it in.
That's a very nice press break right there on that little give and go, and Markovich right down the lane. Her first basket, she has 4 points. Here comes Kendall and gives it to Bishop. She'll go up inside off the board from 6 feet and hit.
Now some of the other Monroe Central players starting to hit those shots that they missed earlier.
Well, it's still mostly Kinsey Bishop, but she has 15. There's a scramble on the side between Riley Stevens and Callista Friday, and the ball's out of bounds. It will be Barnesville ball. But Kinsey Bishop has 15 of the Monroe Central 23 points. 4-point Monroe Central lead.
So Riley Stevens will look, she'll dribble it before the trap, gets it back over to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine will make the long pass down to Ford. Ford will give it to Caplett, who have her shot blocked. And that'll be rebounded by
I believe that was
Kendall.
I believe that was blocked by Reagan Hamilton, and Kendall on the rebound, and she will be fouled. And that will be on Lily Ford, her first. And that's 5 team fouls on the Lady Shamrocks. 4:20 left in the first half. Monroe Central now leading by 4 points, 23-19. This is Hiles. She get a 3-point shot off and missed badly, but there's Kenzie Bishop once again. No good. Bishop again, and I believe she'll draw a foul inside. Well, let's see here. Yes, Wayne Ogilvie says there's a foul, and that is on. Riley Stevens, her first, and it's not 1-on-1 yet. They've lined up at the foul line, but it is still only 6 team fouls.
Both teams.
Now they, at this point in the game, I think you just automatically go to the foul line, but that is just Barnesville's 6th foul, so Monroe Central will inbound the ball into their own basket.
Both teams now with 6, so the next one for either team will put in the 1-on-1.
Friday inbounds the ball. Kendall inside. Friday back to Bishop. She'll shoot from outside, and she can hit a jumper also. Kenzie Bishop with 17 points here in the first half.
Lane Carpenter will get it, and bad pass again.
And stolen away. Bishop had a hand on it. Here comes Morgan Kendall all the way down. She'll go up and miss the shot, and Barnesville will come out with that rebound.
And this will be Lily Ford, and she'll be fouled there as she was the blocking foul there, and that'll be on Reagan Hamilton.
And that should put
Barnes out the line.
And Lily Ford will go to the line for 1-on-1. Foul number 7. We see Jillian Leonard coming in from Monroe Central. She started the game and then checked out in the first quarter, is now back in.
This will be Lily Ford's first attempt tonight. A free throw. Good form there, and it goes in. I believe her first points of the game.
Yeah, that is correct. 25-20, Monroe Central.
That free throw also up and good. 2 points now for Ford, and Barnesville cuts the deficit down to 4 points, 25-21 with 3:32 to go in the first half.
Leonard comes in off the bench, shoots a 3, no good, and on the rebound we're going to get a foul, and I think that's going to be on Monroe Central. It's Morgan Kendall.
She went over the back there. Lily Ford was in position there for the rebound, and Kendall over the back.
I tell you, a defensive change that time. It looked like Barnesville dropped back into a boxing one with just one chaser.
So Lily Ford, who just converted 2 free throws, will be back on the line and get 2 more shots. And apparently the officials, not sure what, they're checking on what the score is. Looks like the scorekeepers are talking to each other. Maybe there's a
they want to check with me.
discrepancy on the points.
On the sub there, Riley Banger just came in from Monroe Central. I tell you, I have Monroe Central with 23 points, and the scoreboard says 25.
Well, that's what I was surprised when I looked up and saw they were ahead by 4. I was thinking it was a little closer.
I have 23-21 Monroe Central in my scorebook. And Bruce Meyer and Wayne Ogilvie over at the side. They're talking things over. And still talking. Meanwhile, Lily Ford's at the line getting ready to shoot a foul shot. This is the ultimate of icing the shooter, Mark.
Yes, it is.
Well,
but if there is a discrepancy, the home scoreboard or scorebook is what you go by.
Well, they've not changed the scoreboard yet. So obviously the scorekeeper has got 2 points marked down for someone that I don't have down. And I'm sure Coach Baker's not going to argue about that. Well, I'll tell you what it is now, Mark, what they're discussing. I get a feeling there's a number error in the scorebook, and I think a bookkeeping error is going to result in a technical foul.
And Lily Ford will miss the first free throw.
That's the front end of the 1-and-1.
Yes.
And now we should get a 2-shot technical.
That'll be Kenzie Caplet will shoot those.
And I would double check that, but I was going to say there's probably a mistake in the scorebook as far as a number.
Yep.
And it probably was the player that just checked in First free throw by Caplet is no good. Riley Benninger just checked in for Monroe Central. And she is listed on the program as number 4. But she played in the JV game, was number 35. So I'm willing to say that when she checked in, that resulted in a technical foul. But to go back, and I just recounted there, and 25 is the correct total for Monroe Central, because there was a 2 points up at the top of my list. You know, I have trouble counting when numbers get that big.
Once you get beyond your fingers and toes.
25-22, Monroe Central.
This will be Lily Ford. She'll shoot the long shot. It's rebounded by Blaine Carpenter. Blaine will get it out to Riley Stevens. And she'll dribble it up top and set it up.
We're
3 minutes to go. Barnesville trailing by 3 to Monroe Central. And this will be Kenzie Caplet. She'll put the shot up. Air ball. And
Bettinger had the rebound. And
not sure.
I think we're going to get a foul call on that. Riley Bettinger tried to save it back in bounds.
Apparently she was pushed on the play or something.
And I think that's a Barnesville foul. And that will put Riley Bettinger at the foul line.
Okay.
I was waiting to see who the foul was on.
I was too.
And it wasn't put up there, so.
All right, so the first free throw up and no good, and that'll be rebounded by Monroe Central.
Hiles and her pass bounces away, and this is Friday. And that pass to the side is Bettinger off her hands out of bounds. I think the pass was really trying to go to Halen Hiles, and it was deflected off by a teammate. I think that last foul was on Lily Ford.
Okay, the long pass will come in to Blaine Carpenter, and Blaine will get it in the middle, then get it out to Riley Stevens, and she will beat the trap. And she'll get it back up to Carpenter up on top. She'll drive right.
Simmel's playing man-to-man.
Yep, and this will be a jump shot, no good there. And Markovich not able to hold on to it, and it goes out of bounds.
I think Markovic and Riley Lucas kind of bumped together there. Either one of them could have got the rebound, but they were in each other's way, so it goes out of bounds to Monroe Central. 2:25 left first half, 25-22 Seminoles. Friday gives the ball inside there. Now she'll dribble back out top. Seminoles awful patient now. Bishop inside. This is Bettinger. Her spin move inside, no good. And
well, I tell you, Markovich just having trouble holding on to the ball tonight.
They were not able to hold on to it there. So Monroe Central with that 3-point lead. 2:06 left first half. Callista Friday inbounds. Hiles inside. She'll put it on the floor, go up strong, and miss the shot. Halen is really struggling tonight.
Kenzie Caplet with the rebound. She'll get it off to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine, a quick pass down to Markovich. She'll drive the lane, pass it off to Caplet. Caplet gets it back to Markovich. Markovich goes up, and she'll be fouled as she goes up for the shot.
Halen Hiles, I
and that'll be
believe.
Hiles on the foul, it looked like.
Becomes the fourth Seminole with 2 fouls. And Markovich will go to the line and should be shooting 2. She is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. 1:43 left in the half.
Quick shot, hits off the back of the rim, no good. As we said, that was a 2-shot foul, so she'll get a second one. This one up, and also no good.
Rebound to Jillian Leonard. She comes all the way down the floor quickly. Pass inside, knocked away.
Good job there by Kenzie Caplet. She hustled down the floor to break that play up.
And she went right to where she anticipated the pass going. So Friday will inbound the ball again. They'll lob up top there to Hiles. And Halen's going to stop and shoot the 3, and she'll miss again. And Markovich rebound.
Nice strong rebound there by Markovich. Gets it off to Blaine Carpenter. And this will be Lucas as she comes off the screen set there by Riley Stevens. Lucas dribbles up top. Blaine Carpenter gets it off to Riley Stevens. Riley looking inside. Nobody open, so she'll pass it back out to Carpenter. Down to Lucas. Lucas, a sophomore, did not start, but she's seen some playing time.
And she'll
turn it over. She palms the ball.
Barnesville's turnovers are down in the second quarter, I believe, Mark.
They still have 14 for the game.
That's still a huge number.
Yes.
So now 50 seconds left in the quarter. Callista Friday. Now boxing one for Barnesville. Callista will pull up and shoot a three, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. And they'll say Barnesville ball. Looks like Riley Benninger hit that last. And we're going to get a sub into the game here.
And this will be Hayley Hoyt, a junior from Monroe Central. I believe this is her first appearance to the game.
Your daughter? That's number 2.
So,
okay,
Riley Stevens.
We're going to correct things here, and I believe that.
Okay, and this will be Blaine Carter. She'll go around. She'll have it blocked there, and that will be blocked by Kinsey Bishop.
That's Jasa Henthorne in the game. That's, again, a different number than what we had listed.
Okay. We can only go with what we're given.
Well, fortunately, Mom was sitting to my left.
That always helps. They let us know when we're wrong, don't they? This will be Markovich. She'll go up. She'll be short. Rebound by Monroe Central.
Hiles with the rebound. 15 seconds left in the quarter. This is Bettinger on the side. And she'll lose the ball, and Barnesville will come up with it. 7 seconds.
Blaine Carpenter will look out. Riley Stevens will shoot the 2-point long shot. No good. Riley Lucas there thought she had it, but she didn't. And that will be the end of the first half of girls basketball as Monroe Central leads 25-22 over the Barnesville Shamrocks. We'll add our numbers up here. We want to thank everyone again for tuning in, and we are the only ones live streaming this game tonight, so if you know somebody would be interested, please give them a call here at halftime and let them know. On YouTube TV, it's YRP-TV on YouTube. Stands for Your Radio Place, and I have to sit there and think of that. I should just write it down, shouldn't I, so I don't have to sit there and sound it out. So, again, here at Barnesville, Monroe Central, 25-22. Much closer than we were anticipating, and Jeff, have to be impressed. This defense so far, for the most part, has done a pretty good job of holding the Seminoles and particularly their leading scorer down.
Well, the strategy here by Coach Perkins, again, for most of the half, they're playing a triangle and 2 defense with both of his 2 people chasing Callista Friday. And he did switch to a box and 1 with just 1 defender on Friday there toward the last part of the half, but it has held Callista to just 2 points, and I'm not sure she shot more than a couple of times on that. But Sin will still lead 25-22 because Kinsey Bishop has 17 points, and you also have 6 points from Morgan Kendall. And Barnesville, I think you'll give them here in a moment. The turnovers have been, a real problem for Barnesville. But Markovich has 4 points, and 2 points for Lily Ford, 4 points for Blaine Carpenter, 3 for Riley Stevens, 7 for Kinsey Caplet, and 2 for Anna Yater for Monroe Central's 25-22 lead. It was 12-11 Barnesville at the end of the first quarter, so a 14-10 scoring edge by the Seminoles then results in a 25-22 Monroe Central lead at the half, and I'm sure Monroe Central now, Coach Baker and his assistants are, making some changes as we speak up in the locker room.
Of course, you can do that. We'll see if the players implement them.
Exactly. It always gets me on that, and you've been around as a fan, a coach, and everything that, and they'll say, well, why didn't the coach do this? Well, a lot of times the coach told them that, but then the players, didn't execute what the plan was.
Exactly. And you see that in girls a lot more than you do boys often. And we'll go through the numbers here real quickly. Barnesville shooting the ball pretty well. They just haven't taken many shots. They are 8 of 19 from the field, including the three-pointer. So they're shooting 47%. Monroe Central, 11 of 32 for 33%. No three-pointers. The rebounds, Barnesville 14, Monroe Central 13. The free throw, Barnesville is 5 for 9, Monroe Central 3 for 4. But the big story, Monroe Central 5 turnovers, Barnesville has 14. And it's hard to win a game or even stay close in a game when you turned it over 14 times in a half.
And I think that's, what is very surprising here. So at halftime, Coach Jason Perkins has got to think, my defensive strategy is working good. Well, if we could cut that turnover total in half.
Yeah.
But you can't change that, obviously, there. So you can look from the second half for Monroe Central to continue to pressure. Now the problem is, Monroe Central has 4 players with 2 fouls apiece, so that might limit, what they're able to do the second half. But the pressure. Well, a lot of times the Barnesville turnovers really weren't pressured.
Exactly. A lot of unforced errors, bad passes, not looking. Anticipating what the defender was going to do when they made a pass. I mean, they're not going to stand there and just stand 5 feet away. When you pass to the girl they're guarding, they're going to go and try to steal it, and that's something they haven't done much tonight. So they have to get that, and I'm sure Coach Perkins will get on them about that.
But, we said there, I can think from back, my coaching days, we talk about, making adjustments or doing things, instructing players and the players not doing that. I wish I could count the number of times in my coaching time where during a timeout you'd go over something, change a defense or something, and then as the timeout ended and the player walked back out on the floor, they would say, "What defense are we in?"
Yeah.
or who am I guarding?
Yeah.
Yep. And that. So that's with high school kids, boys, girls, whatever. Sometimes the concentration level's just not like you would like to see it. But Monroe Central does lead here, 25-22. A game that's a lot closer, I think, than what a lot of people anticipated.
Okay, so we have about 5 minutes left to go here before the game starts back up. Okay, we're back here getting ready to start the second half at Barnesville High School. It's Monroe Central. The Seminoles, the visiting team, have a 25-22 lead at halftime here. I'm Mark Brown with Jeff Stevens, and Monroe Central will get the ball to start the second half.
Be interesting to see now, Mark, what Monroe Central does differently here, because Barnesville just, and there's box and one and triangle and two defense, have been allowing a dribbler just to dribble it into the lane, but Monroe Central's not been able to convert. So see whether Coach Baker maybe has changed some personnel around here. They'll come out with Kenzie Bishop, Reagan Hamilton, Callista Friday, Morgan Kendall, and Halen Hiles to start the third quarter.
Barnesville will be the same players that started the game: Blaine Carpenter, Riley Stevens, Kenzie Caplet, Anna Yater, and Haley Markovich.
And looks like Barnesville will stay box and one. Inside, Halen Hiles will go up and miss and commit a foul.
Yep, reaching over the back there. Get that miss. It's just too tempting, especially when you've got a height advantage. So right now, it looks like Monroe Central is not going to press at least until about mid-court. We saw them do that 1-3-1, and that'll be Riley Stevens. She'll go right around that, get it into Anna Yater. Anna will go in, and she'll be fouled as she goes up for the shot.
Foul, I believe, is on Kenzie Bishop. Scoreboards has,
he said 13, I believe, yes.
Scoreboard says 2. I have her for 1, but I'm probably missing one. First free throw there by Yater is no good.
And her second one also no good. Kenzie Kapler gets the rebound. She'll pass it out to Blaine Carpenter, back to Markovich. Markovich, a three-point shot, nails it.
And that ties the game at 25. And it's the second three-pointer by the Shamrocks tonight. Here's
Riley Stevens with the other.
Here's Kendall, gives the ball now to Reagan Hamilton. This is Halen Hiles. Again, a lot of hesitation here at Monroe Central on who wants to shoot the ball here. And they're keeping the ball away from Callista. Nice job by Carpenter. And we're going to get a foul. I was about to say there that Blaine Carpenter is doing a really nice job there against Callista Friday. But she now commits a foul, which would be her second and the team's first. So Morgan Kendall inbounds to Hiles. This is Hamilton now on the left. They throw the ball inside and for Bishop, and it just goes out of bounds. Turnover.
That's an unforced error by Monroe Central.
Maybe it's that end of the floor, Mark, that causes the turnovers.
That's a sixth turnover on the Seminoles.
Yeah, and that's not a bad total.
No, it's not at all. Compared to Barnesville having 14. And we'll see Jillian Leonard come in the game for the Seminoles.
Looking for somebody to score.
This will be Blaine Carpenter all the way up, hits the bottom of the rim, and it will go out of bounds off of a Barnesville player. I think that was off of Anna Yater. Yeah. And that's a shot that I think Blaine Carpenter would like that back.
And here comes Hiles. We see Halen Hiles handling the ball here the first minute of the quarter, now more than earlier. Gives it to Kendall on the right. This is Jillian Leonard. Again, Carpenter doing a nice job keeping Callista Friday from getting the ball. A reaching foul there, a little bit of a delayed call, but a foul there on Markovich. A really foolish foul.
Yeah.
Unnecessary foul to foul a non-shooter 25 feet from the basket. But the Seminoles now inbounds. That's 2 team fouls now on Barnesville. And Callista Friday has the ball. And he gives it now to Hiles. I think Barnesville's went man-to-man.
It looks like it, yeah. I was just thinking that.
That's interesting, the change there, but just showing something different. This is Jillian Leonard inside, gives it to Hiles. She'll shoot a long three, no good. And rebound by
Riley Lucas. Riley Lucas will take it. She'll dish it off to Carpenter. Carpenter lays it up and good, and she is fouled on the play. So Riley Carpenter will make the basket, and she'll try to extend the Barnesville lead to 3 points.
And I believe that is on Callista Friday, and that is her third.
So Carpenter will put the free throw up, in and out, no good, but the rebound there was Kenzie Caplett, but she lost it there. And Monroe Central come away with it.
Shamrocks leading by 2. Hiles shoots a 3 and hits.
That'll be the first three-pointer of the game for Monroe Central.
And Halen Hiles' first basket of the game. That puts Monroe Central back on top by a point. And a steal by Callista Friday down the floor, and now she'll be tied up by Riley Stevens. Now will be Barnesville's ball. And that's a nice job there by Riley Stevens as Callista just tried to change hands out in front, and Riley just reached out and grabbed it.
Yeah, not much else she could have done there, and that'll be another turnover now on the Seminoles, that they got 3 now in this half. And this will be Blaine Carpenter. She gets trapped, but she makes a nice pass out to Caplett. Caplett will get it to Riley Stevens. Riley looking for something to open up underneath. Gets it out to Caplett up on the left wing. Players rotating in and out. Skip pass over to Blaine Carpenter. And she'll dribble down there and go all the way around, and they'll call a foul there.
A little too much body work there by Reagan Hamilton.
Well, like I said, it was 5 seconds.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Not a foul.
I thought it was too, until I saw him make the sign there. So that'll be turnover number 15.
I'll tell you what, I think they called Blaine Carpenter for a foul, and it's her third for maybe using the elbow. This is Bishop. Hiles, she'll shoot the 3 and hit again. And nothing will make Barnesville change their defense any more than a player hitting a couple of 3s. And a walking violation now, traveling on Blaine Carpenter.
That'll be 16 turnovers on the Shamrocks.
I'm a little bit surprised here to see Barnesville go to man-to-man. We're going to get a timeout, as Barnesville is going to spend the timeout. And it is a 30-second timeout.
So both teams 2 for 4 from the field early here in the second half.
I'm not sure, Mark, if the first time down the floor there, if Monroe Central identified the fact that Barnesville had went to a man-to-man defense. Because if once they identify that, I think you're going to see them attack the basket a lot more. But
and we'll see if they stay in that or not also.
Yeah, 31-27, Monroe Central leading at 4:51 left in period number 3. A pair of 3-pointers here by Halen Hiles.
And the first time these two teams played, it was around a 30-point win, I believe, for Monroe Central. So Barnesville has to be at least somewhat pleased with the changes they've made.
Monroe Central, after the turnover, will inbound the ball here right in front of us with Morgan Kendall. And looks like Shamrock still man-to-man. Hiles gives the cross there to Kendall. Inside to Bishop. She'll go up strong and miss. Ball bounces around. Here comes Callista Friday out. Halen Hiles. And Halen Hiles has hit 3 in a row.
And the pass will come in to Blaine Carpenter. Again, we're seeing the press, and that will be unforced error.
Yeah, just, as Blaine Carpenter changed direction, she palmed the ball. And Monroe Central now with their biggest lead of the night at 34-27. 4:27 left, period number 3. But when you're a shooter and you hit 3 in a row from outside, guess where the Seminoles should go this time?
You would think.
Here's Hiles down. She's going to put it on the floor, go inside, gives it to Friday. A pick, and that's going to be an illegal screen.
Stuck the elbow out.
And that's going to be on Reagan Hamilton, and that's her 3rd. Very slowly, the Seminoles are getting into deep foul trouble here. That's 4 team fouls. And Reagan Hamilton will step out in favor of Riley Bettinger. Here comes Blaine Carpenter attacking for Barnesville.
This will be into Anna Yater. And Yater will put it up and in. And we'll say Monroe Central stepped on the line.
I was marking the bucket down.
I was writing mine down too and didn't see who did it.
But I would say that the inbounder stepped in before she threw the pass. Turnover Seminoles.
And this will be a pass out. It'll be stolen, so another turnover. And then Markovich will foul. Probably stopped a fast break layup there, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Turnover number 18 on Barnesville.
4 team fouls on Barnesville, 4 on Monroe Central. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left. Seminoles leading by 5. Here's Hiles. Near travel there by Morgan Kendall. Don't think she ever really had possession.
No.
Back to Kendall on the side. There's Hiles. She'll get a screen, put it on the floor. Inside pass there to Bishop. Layup, good.
Good pass or a good look.
Kenzie
by
Bishop.
Kendall.
Kenzie Bishop with her first basket of the second half. She now has 19. Seminoles leading once again by 7.
Blaine Carpenter will get it over to Riley Stevens.
Ooh, and a vicious collision.
Hard collision there.
And that's going to be a blocking foul, though, on Riley Banninger, and she's down.
May hit her head there. I don't know if she maybe caught an elbow. I think she hit it before she landed on the floor.
And I think she's going to come out of the game for a moment here. Trainer Marshall Mazzina is going to, check her real quick there. Anytime you have a blow to the head, you need to take care and check that out. So Seminole trainer will check things out. Out of bounds to Barnesville.
This will come in to Anna Yater. Anna will post up.
Nice.
And lay in. Good shot there. Nice post move by Yater.
A nice recognition there, but the Shamrocks to throw the ball inside. That Anna Yater had a height advantage, and she took advantage of it and scored.
Yater, a junior.
Morgan Kendall now again gets the ball to Friday. Callista Friday still just 2 points in the game. Puts it on the floor, and this is Hiles. She'll shoot a deep three,
Wow.
No good.
Yater with the rebound, and she'll bring it down
And be tied up.
Tied up, yep.
And it will be Monroe Central ball. When you're taller than anybody else on the floor, you don't bring the ball down.
Exactly.
And Coach Baker's going to spend a 30-second timeout here.
Those
this
little
time.
guards just love it when those big people do that.
Seminoles going to use their first time out here, and I think Coach Baker's going to draw up some type of a play here against what will probably anticipate still being Barnesville man-to-man. But even though they've went man-to-man here, with the exception of the 3-point shots by Monroe Central's Halen Hiles, the Shamrocks are really doing a nice job defensively, and Monroe Central's other players, that don't normally score, need to attack the basket a little bit.
Yes.
And right now it's only been Kenzie Bishop with 19 points and Halen Hiles with the 3 threes for 9 points. But we are 3 minutes left in period number 3, 36-31 Monroe Central.
While we got a minute here, we want to again remind our Barnesville fans that the boys game tomorrow night that was scheduled at home against Caldwell has been canceled, and it has been moved to Caldwell on Thursday night. That will be on WBMV Radio.
This is Friday. She's going to shoot a 3 and airball it, and it was tipped, and we're going to get a foul call on the rebound. Jillian Leonard had the rebound, but I believe Riley Stevens is going to get charged with her second foul. That's 5 fouls on Barnesville, and Monroe Central will inbounds underneath. And Kendall throws the ball out to Hiles, and her pass inside is stolen.
This will be Riley Stevens. She'll take it all the way. They're going to say she charged. Good defense there, I believe.
Kenzie Bishop.
Bishop, yeah.
Did a
Stood
nice
her ground
job.
there and took the charge.
And that's going to be 16 fouls already on Barnesville, so Monroe Central will get some opportunities at the foul line here in the last 2 minutes and 49 seconds of the third quarter. Barnesville has 16 fouls, and Monroe Central has 5. A lot of fouls here in the third quarter. And Hiles bobbles the ball around a little bit. Inside now to Friday, and she'll try to pass it inside and lose it, and it goes out of bounds. There's a case there where I think Callista was trying to look for somebody else rather than look for her own shot.
Yeah, and she dished off, and there were only 2 Barnesville players there.
But Callista was the last to touch it, and Barnesville down 5. Shamrocks hanging tough.
This will be Blaine Carpenter. She'll shoot the shot, air ball, rebounded there to Monroe Central, and
we're going to get a foul called, and we'll
that'll
see.
be on Blaine Carpenter.
Scramble for the loose ball there, and we'll be on Blaine Carpenter. And that is Blaine's, by my count, is her 4th foul. And that could be a key mark because she has done a really good job defensively on Callista Friday. But that is a 1-and-1 now. And that should send Callista Friday to the line for 1-and-1.
And Blaine will have a seat.
She's played a really nice game.
Yeah.
She has 6 points, but the 4 fouls is going to keep her on the bench for a while.
Okay, and I apologize. Not sure who that is that's coming in for her. We don't have her on our roster here. I believe that's Ellie Thompson.
Friday's first free throw is good. Second free throw by Callista Friday is also good. She now has 4 points. Seminoles lead once again by 7.
So the long pass will come into Thompson. Thompson gets it over to Riley Stevens. Riley will take it up, switch hands, get it out to Thompson. Thompson will shoot the three-pointer off the front of the rim. Rebound to Kendall.
Back down quickly here. Hiles will shoot another 3 off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound to Kenzie Bishop. She'll get it back in the corner, and the Seminoles now will set up inside 2 minutes left in the quarter. Callista Friday, again, seeing a lot of action here. She's going to go to the side here. Callista, drawing a lot of attention no matter where she goes. Here's Jillian Leonard. Jillian puts it on the floor, and a left-handed scoop shot, no good. And rebound to Barnesville.
That'll be Yater. And she'll get the ball over to Riley Stevens. This will be Thompson. She'll put another shot up. The sub comes in. Now he puts 3 shots up. Has that one blocked.
And here comes Leonard, and she'll pull it out and hold up here for the Seminoles. Gives it to Kendall. Back over to Hiles. Long skip pass there for Bishop. Just over a minute left, third period. Kenzie Bishop puts it on the floor and intercepted by Riley Stevens.
Threw it right into Riley's hands almost. And Riley will get it over to Thompson. Thompson finds Kenzie Caplet underneath, and Caplet puts the ball up and good.
Nice pass there.
Nice pass there for the freshman.
And that is 9 points now for Kenzie Caplet. Shamrocks down by 5, 38-33. Morgan Kendall now gives the ball to Bishop. And Seminoles against this man-to-man. Backdoor pass, tried to get the ball inside, and it's stolen away by Stevens. And Shamrocks can hold for the last shot here, less than 30 seconds.
I tell you what, not a good pass there by Riley Stevens, but she got away with it there as Kendall knocks it out of bounds.
20 seconds left. Monroe Central 38, Barnesville 33.
And they'll get it over to Caplet. Caplet to Thompson. And she'll look into Anna Yater. Anna Yater put it up, and she'll be fouled.
Second foul on Kenzie Bishop. Well, the scoreboard says 3 fouls on Kenzie Bishop. So I'm going to guess that the scoreboard is correct.
Anna Yater will go to the line. Wayne Ogilvy talking. I think she maybe got hit in the stomach there and knocked the air out of her a little bit. So Wayne Ogilvy giving her a chance to catch her breath.
And it will be 2 shots, I believe.
And the first one's up and no good.
14 seconds left in the quarter. Monroe Central with a 5-point lead.
Yater shot up, and that one's good.
7 points now for Anna Yater. Seminoles down with Kendall, gives the ball to Hiles on the side. 6 seconds, 5. Morgan Kendall inside, goes up and has it knocked away. Out of bounds with 2 seconds left. And it will be Seminoles' ball. Seminoles 38-34 lead. 2 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. And Hiles will inbound the ball. His ball to Kendall. Quick pass there to Leonard. She'll shoot it up, no good. And that is the end of period number 3. Monroe Central 38 and Barnesville 34.
Four-point lead for the Seminoles as we go into the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, we got an early start here tonight because of the number of players available at Monroe Central. The JV game only had 2 quarters played tonight. Barnesville winning that 16-14. And so the game starting early this evening. Again, a reminder also to our Barnesville fans that the boys' game tomorrow night has been canceled and will be played at Caldwell on Thursday. That will be on WBNV 93.5 FM.
I tell you, if you have access to the Barnesville Schools website under Barnesville High School, Athletic Director Brad Hannes has seen that the boys and I'm sure the girls' schedule also
and junior high
are updated as often as what he can have them done, which maybe is multiple times a day the way things are going now. But, you know, some of the new dates, you know, are there. Now, what you get into games that we're scheduled to do on WBNV radio. Sometimes if they're postponed, then there's a question of whether or not, you know, they will be on. Usually they are broadcast on the radio when they are rescheduled.
And that game will be on WBNV, even though it was going to be home tomorrow night. It's at Caldwell on Thursday, and that will be on 93.5 FM, so tune in there. It will not be live streamed, at least by AVC Sports. And Barnesville gets possession, and this will be, I believe, Lily Ford, and she'll get it into Yater. Yater's shot is short, rebounded by Kendall.
Morgan Kendall all the way down. Doesn't have any numbers, so she'll pull it out. Gives it to Friday.
Now they're going to put Lily Ford on Friday.
And Kendall drives down, gives it to Hiles. He'll try to get inside. Shot in the corner by Kendall, no good. And rebound off to Barnesville.
And this, nice look inside to Markovich, but the ball stolen. She steals it back and has her shot blocked.
And Hiles comes out with it. And down the floor, Reagan Hamilton goes to the hoop, and she'll be fouled. Riley Stevens, I believe, is going to get called for her fourth foul. And now Coach Perkins has got some problems with two starters with 4 fouls.
And it looks like he's going to put Blaine Carpenter back in for Riley Stevens.
And keep one of them on the floor. Reagan Hamilton's first free throw is up and good. That is Reagan Hamilton's first points of the night. Extending Monroe Central's lead back out to 5 at 39-34. 7:06 left in the game. Second free throw, no good.
Kenzie Caplet with the rebound.
And ball stolen.
Have it stolen and
stolen away and scored. And that is
just Coach Perkins really upset with that. No excuse for that.
And that is Reagan Hamilton with the bucket.
20 turnovers now for the Shamrocks. And Riley Stevens will get in, dish it off to Yater. Yater too hard, puts it up, and Riley Stevens with the rebound, and she'll be fouled as she puts it back up.
Yeah, we kind of assumed on that last substitution that Blaine Carpenter was coming in for Riley Stevens. But Coach Perkins, you know, trailing now by 7 points, going to leave both his starters with 4 fouls on the floor.
Takes Lily Ford out. And Riley Stevens' free throws up and good.
Riley has his 1 3-point basket, and that is 4 points from the night for her. That cuts the lead down to 6. And Riley hits them both. And now maybe a little offensive-defensive substitution as Blaine Carpenter is going to go out here.
And this will be Ellie Thompson. They'll come in for her. Thompson, as we said, a freshman.
Played a little bit there in the third quarter. Seminoles now, again.
They're going to spread it out.
The Shamrocks now kind of in a a triangle too, with Chasers now on Callista Friday and Halen Hiles. And Coach Baker has told Halen Hiles, hang on to the ball.
Just going to force the Barnesville defense, force them to come out.
And we'll see how long it is. There was about 6:20 left when this happened. And we'll see how long Halen can stand there and hold the basketball and how long Barnesville will allow her to stand there. We're now at 6 minutes left, 41-36, Shamrocks trailing by 5. And
Coach Perkins is going to have to bring them out eventually here. They are trailing by 5 points with 5:45 to go in the game.
How many times does a player, as they play in open gyms or at the park or anything like that, get chances to stand and hold the ball? Some people starting to boo. and everybody's just going to stand there. And
well, right now the call is on Perkins, so he's going to have to decide what to do here.
And how long does he, because Shamrocks are trailing by 5 points.
You got to come out and play defense eventually.
Halen Hiles has been standing there and holding the ball now for just over a minute, and no action. Hey,
this is easier for our
I'm going to do a
camera guy. He doesn't have to move the camera.
I'm going to make a personalized statement here and stuff. I coached Halen Hiles' dad when he was in school. He never stood and held the ball for a minute in his life. And if anybody hears me saying that and wants to call Chad up and tell him I said it,
he'll agree, right?
Chad will agree.
And if he did, he probably traveled. That's how I can remember some of those. Oh, come on now, we got to do something here.
We're now at 4:40 on the moving clock.
I mean, Coach Troy Baker of Monroe Central, he's got the 5-point lead. He can.
And this is something that I'm sure Coach Baker really does not like the idea of having to do, but this is the basketball move to make right now. His team has had trouble attacking Barnesville's defenses, and
the referees
and now
stand there getting paid for nothing right now.
They're going to try to force Barnesville to do something, and now we're at 4:10, so it's been just a little over 2 minutes, and Barnesville had some defensive players move. And I see Kenzie Caplet doing some stretches under the basket. And now they come out, they get ball inside to Friday, and we'll see how long this lasts. This is Reagan Hamilton. She'll go inside, back to Kendall. About 2.5 minutes that delay was there. This is Reagan Hamilton. Back door cut to Friday. She'll go up strong. Can't get the layup to go and draw the foul. I'll tell you what, that's about as odd as anything I've seen in a while, Mark.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what was accomplished, but except it's less time now that Monroe Central has to worry about holding on to the lead.
2.5 minutes going off the clock then, and the lead didn't change, so I guess Barnesville did not fall behind by any more than 5 points.
And we'll see Thompson will have a seat, and Blaine Carpenter will come back in for her.
Second free throw by Friday is good. She gets 1 of 2.
So now it's a 6-point lead with 3:43 to go in the game for the Seminoles.
That's Callista Friday, has 5 points for the game.
Well under her average.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pregame that she's probably good for 20, and I don't think she's going to make it.
So Barnesville will have it. This will be Markovich. She'll get it out to Riley Stevens on top of the key. Over to Blaine Carpenter. Blaine thought about the three, but Friday got over there quickly. And Carpenter will be fouled there.
Reagan Hamilton.
And Hamilton, yeah. And that's not something you want to see if you're Troy Baker, because now you're giving Barnesville a chance to score without the clock moving.
Another thing that did, which would be a bit of an advantage to Barnesville in that 2.5 minutes of the Seminoles holding the ball, allowed 2.5 minutes to go off the clock with his 2 starters not getting their 5th foul.
Yes, that's a good point. And Blaine Carpenter will miss that front end of the 1-and-1. That'd be rebounded by Friday.
The Seminoles are in control, 3:15 left. Hiles will shoot a long 3-pointer, no good.
Blaine Carpenter with the rebound. And she'll bring it up. Gets it out to Markovich. Markovich will move. Back out to Caplet. Caplet look it in and gets it across to Carpenter. Caplet out on the right wing. And this will be Markovich. Caplet's usually not going to shoot a 3-pointer, but there they'll get it into and the shot will be missed there.
Yater,
yes.
Missed a shot. Seminoles almost lost the ball out of bounds, but able to keep possession. We're now 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Next Barnesville foul will be 2 shots for the Seminoles, and I think the Seminoles will probably be content on holding the ball a little bit more. Callista Friday's going to come out here to midcourt and stand. And there's a steal by Riley Stevens, and a layup will be saved there by the Seminoles by Kenzie Bishop, who knocked the ball out of bounds. 2:17 left, Seminoles with a 6-point lead.
Markovich will get the ball, and she'll get it over to, Caplet. I'm not sure why she threw that. It was almost stolen there, but this will be Blaine Carpenter. Riley Stevens will shoot the long 3, no good, and that will be rebounded by Monroe Central.
And Halen Hiles with that rebound.
Hiles will take her time.
2 minutes left now in the game here. Reagan Hamilton inside. And we'll see how long here before the Shamrocks go to the foul game. Trailing by 6. I think he's ready to go to that. I'm not sure his players are responding to the instructions. This is Friday up top. She's going to keep the ball in her hands quite a bit here, I'm sure.
Troy Baker telling his players to spread out. Friday very close to stepping on the line there, but not quite. Guarded closely by Blaine Carpenter.
And close to a 5-second call.
Yep, and that will be a 5-second call. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Mark, that's a good call, even though she was moving parallel. She never gained, she was going straight across the floor, and even though she was dribbling the basketball, Blaine Carpenter stayed within the distance, and that's a good call, and no Central turnover. If she'd been going toward the basket, then the count would have changed.
And I think Blaine Carpenter should be fouled there by Friday.
And that's a frustration foul, I think, by Callista Friday, and that's her 4th foul.
And that's a frustration foul also for Coach Troy Baker. He just put his head in his hands there. Again, you're giving Barnesville a chance to score without the clock running.
And the Shamrocks have missed a lot of easy shots, and we've got a couple more subs coming in.
I'm not sure what this is all about.
This Kendall Lucas, I believe, is number 2.
I can't think that they've given up.
No, this is a pressing unit that's going to commit some fouls. This is an offense-defense unit right here. Shot no good. It's the second one in front end of 1-on-one's been missed here. And now Callista Friday across midcourt.
Blaine Carpenter cannot foul.
Here goes Callista to the court, the hoop, and Reagan Hamilton going up for a shot.
And that might be on Carpenter.
And I tell you what, I think Reagan Hamilton got bailed out there by the foul.
Yeah, and that will be on Blaine Carpenter, and I believe, yes, that's her 5th. So she'll be out of the game.
Well, they've not.
Yes, they put it on the scoreboard, but they haven't notified anybody yet.
Now they're all into that now. And now Joe Wagner going over and informing Coach Perkins that is the 5th foul on Blaine Carpenter, who played a real strong game tonight. She'll finish with 6 points.
Played good defense on Monroe Central star player.
We'll get the
Friday.
Yeah, we'll get the height unit back on here for Barnesville now for offense, which is Markovich and Yater and Caplett. So this should be 2 shots now for Reagan Hamilton. She's 1 for 2 at the line thus far. First free throw in front of the iron, no good. 1:06 left in the game. Monroe Central leading 42-36. So a successful free throw here will make it a 3-possession game. And there it is. Seminoles now lead by 7, which I think matches their largest lead of the night with 1:06 left.
So Riley Stevens now will have to bring the ball up with Blaine Carpenter fouled out. And she'll get it out and loses it there. But it was knocked out there, they're going to say, by
I think all the players,
Kendall.
By the expression on the face, Riley Stevens thought it was off of her.
Yes, and I think it was actually.
No, but Barnesville maintains possession.
So Markovich will pull up, gets it over to Yater. Yater will have it blocked. Yater just got to learn to go strong to the basket.
And the rebound, here comes Callista Friday with 45 seconds left, and she'll be fouled and go back to the line. And 43 seconds left, Seminoles up 7. You wonder how many times that Monroe Central might see this similar strategy by future opponents.
Yes, because this is quite a different game and score than it was the first time these two teams played. As that free throw by Friday is up and good. She'll get another one. Caplett will have a seat.
Callista is now 4 or 5 at the line, but has just 1 field goal for 6 points for the game. But the Seminoles now have their largest lead. And the second free throw is good. That lead is 9.
Ball will come in to Riley. She will lose control but get it back. The ball out to Ford. Ford drives baseline. Not a good pass, but Riley Stevens able to get it. And she'll go in, dish it off to Anna Yater. Yater put it up, and she'll be fouled.
So Yater will have 2 free throws. That's going to be on Bishop's, and it'll be on Kinsey Bishop's 4th foul.
Barnesville now even though it was a shooting foul, they will now shoot 2 from now on. And that one is an air ball.
No good.
Anna Yater, one of the better shot putters and discus throwers in the Valley. But this ball here is a little bit lighter.
She's now 1 of 5 at the line. Make her 1 of 6. Rebound to Hiles. And it comes Friday out of there. And the Seminoles all the way down the floor. And she's just going to back out of there and dribble it out. And I think looks like Barnesville maybe will allow that to happen. Nope, we're going to get 1 more foul.
That'll be on Thompson. Maybe a little bit of a touch foul, but that'll be on Friday, and she'll go to the line for 2 more. A 9-point lead for the Seminoles with 13 seconds to go in the game.
Callista Friday's 5 of 6 at the line. Hits the first one.
Put her in double figures now.
No, that's still only 8 points for her.
Okay, I looked at it wrong.
9. It's probably one of her lower offensive performances of the year. But she is 7 of 8 at the line, 1 field goal for 9 points.
And Riley Stevens will get it. This will be Thompson. She'll put the shot up. No good. Rebound by Yater. Yater having a hard time holding on to it. She'll put it up, and it goes in. And are they going to count it?
They should.
I thought, yeah, it was good. Yes, they will. Okay, so a shot there for Yater. And that will be the end of the game. Barnesville falling by 9 points to Monroe Central by a score of 47-38.
And Shane Hawks with just a 4-point fourth quarter, too, which really hurt. And the Seminoles had just 1 field goal, but they made 7 of 10 free throws in the quarter.
So Barnesville will fall to 4-8 on the season, and Monroe Central now up to 6-2.
We'll add up the points here real quick.
Are we on here? Okay, we're back here at Barnesville High School, where Monroe Central comes out with a hard-fought and unusual game as they win 47-38 over Barnesville. Monroe Central now 6-2 on the season. Barnesville falls to 4-8. Both teams not shooting particularly well tonight after a good start in the game shooting-wise. Barnesville ends up shooting only 33% tonight. from the field, they hit 14 of 42 shots, including 2 3-pointers. Monroe Central, not much better. They also took 42 shots and hit 16 of them, so they hit 38%. They had 3 3-pointers. Rebounds tonight, Barnesville with 21 and Monroe Central with 23. The free throws tonight, Barnesville 8 of 19 from the free throw line, and Monroe Central 11 of 19. But a big story tonight, the turnovers, Barnesville with 20, and they had 14 of those in the first half. Monroe Central only had 4 in the first half, but they ended up with 15. So not a real well-played game as far as handling the ball at times tonight. Again, Barnesville 20 turnovers, and Monroe Central with 15. And why Jeff ends up tonight, or finishes adding his numbers up here, one last reminder that the Barnesville boys game tomorrow night has been postponed. It will be played on Thursday at Caldwell instead of at Barnesville, and that game will be on 93.5 WBNB. So a chance to catch that game at Caldwell. And Jeff, the numbers.
And along that same line of boys games, Monroe Central's boys game for tomorrow night against Frontier has been canceled or postponed to a later date. So they'll next be in action on Friday. And we have a Seminole boys game on the radio next week on Tuesday night, which is the 12th, against Bridgeport. And then I'll be working back-to-back nights that week, because then on Wednesday night I'm right back here with you for the Shamrock boys against Steubenville Catholic Central.
But Steubenville Central, last I heard, had gone into a quarantine situation, so we're not sure what's going to happen there. That was about a week ago, so they may be past that by then.
Let's look at the individual.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, individual scoring here real quick here for the Shamrocks. They get 7 points out of Hayley Markovich tonight, and Lily Ford with a couple of free throws for 2 points. Blaine Carpenter finishes with 6. Riley Stevens well below her average with a 5-point night. And Kinsey Caplet and Anna Yeager will tie for team high, each getting 9 points. So for a total of 38. So once again for the Lady Shamrocks, Anna Yeager 9, Kinsey Caplet 9, Hayley Markovich 7, 6 for Blaine Carpenter, 5 for Riley Stevens, and 2 for Lily Ford. For Monroe Central, they're going to be paced tonight by sophomore Kinsey Bishop. Kinsey had 17 points in the first half and finishes the game with 19. Halen Hiles hit 3 threes in the third quarter for 9 for the night. Leading scorer Callista Friday, just 1 field goal, but 7 of 8 at the foul line for 9 points. 6 points for Morgan Kendall and 4 points for Reagan Hamilton. Riley Bettinger played. Jasa Henthorne played, briefly did not score, and Jillian Leonard did not score. So once again for the Seminoles, 19 for Kinsey Bishop, 9 for Halen Hiles, 9 for Callista Friday, 6 for Morgan Kendall, and 4 for Reagan Hamilton, a total of 47. So 47-38, Monroe Central beats Barnesville in this really slow-paced game tonight, but defensive strategy by Barnesville worked well, but too many turnovers and too many missed layups for the Shamrocks, and Monroe Central able to take advantage.
All right, that'll finish us up. Again, tonight's your final score, Monroe Central 47 and Barnesville 38. Good night, everyone.
High school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Don't Ford, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, WB Green Insurance, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Park National Bank, Rumor Loudon, Barnesville Hospital, The Pit Stop, The Corner Pharmacy, Bob's Pizza and Subs, Central Petroleum Company, and FW Shoemaker Insurance Agency. This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.